Hello, welcome to Pilates Matwork. So this class, we are going to do some traditional stuff. We'll add on some intensity with this ring. I love, 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 love this ring. We'll also use the ring to help us do some stretches today as well. So I hope you enjoy class and let's get started. So this is a reminder, always operate where you need to operate. So if you need to take breaks, take them. If the set numbers I'm giving is not where you are today, do a lower number, take a break, don't worry about it, do what you can. And then from here, when you're ready, let's start standing. Let's start with maybe, hip width apart or slightly wider. And I'm just swaying side to side here. So I'm getting into all four corners of my feet and maybe even forward and back. So I want to feel that balance of my weight distribution in my feet. Good. Let's take soft knees here. Let's zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Take a big inhale. Reach, 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 and lengthen. Exhale, grow taller from crown to tail as the arms come down. And we'll do that again. Big inhale. Breathe and expand that rib cage. Exhale and come down. Good. We're going to add a knee bend in here with a little bit of a squat. So we'll take it up. Good. And we'll take it down. So only squat to where your knees and your hips want you to go. Heels will stay grounded. Good. Now, if you want to keep this nice and slow, steady pace, you can keep that. You want to pick this up a little bit, then feel free to do so. Stay with the breath, though. Maybe smile. Find the joy in moving our bodies today. And then from here, when you're ready, come all the way back up. Reach, reach, reach. As you reach nice and tall, feel the sides of the body elongate here. Turning palms away, grow taller from crown to tail. Good. From here, just a little bit of arm work. So let's take our arms out to the side. Palms can come towards the ceiling, and I'm just going to rotate here. Good. And then maybe from here, taking palms back towards the ceiling, taking hands to the shoulders, moving forward and back. So think about keeping your rib cage in. So for example, when I'm doing this, I don't want to pop forward and I don't want to round. So try to think about a separating of the shoulder blades here and maybe squeezing them together here. Good. And then when you're ready, you can stay with that or take that into some circles. Good. Now these circles, don't let them be that big of a deal. We're just loosening up the shoulders here. Good. Now from here, when we're ready, good. Taking the arms back out to the side. And from here, we're going to take tiny little circles. So in the video, it might look like I'm kind of flapping up and down, but these are tiny little circles. I'm really engaging here. So I'm really reaching long from shoulders to fingertips. So I'm keeping that nice and tight. Good. And then we'll take that back, opposite direction. Again, rib cage is in. We don't want to flop around like a fish. Knees are soft. Good. From here, big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, take a side bend towards the left. Really press through that right side. Breathe and expand. Inhale. Exhale, take that right into the other side. Reach, reach, reach. And then from here, we're going to come up. We're going to come into a Pilates Vitality Wheel. So I'm going to reach. I'm going to rotate to my left. I'm bending my knees as I come down here, moving through center, coming all the way back up, and then I'll reverse that. Good. So my belly button stays in. Good. Just loosening up the spine a little bit here before some of our deeper work. We always want to prepare the spine if we can before we come into some deeper work. Good. And then from here, reach. Let's open little back bend. Good. All right. From here, let's do a little bit of footwork. So you can always come to a wall or a steady piece of furniture if you need that. But I'm just going to start with my left leg being my supported leg first. So I'm going to pick up my right foot. Does not have to be high, but know if you're seeking more challenge and your balance is good, meaning you can be stable, then the higher you lift your leg, the harder it is. So we don't lift up here and do our footwork if we're wobbling all over the place. So keep it low. That's where I'm going to demo. So just point and flex the foot. Good. And roll that ankle in one direction and then in the other. Good. And maybe in and out, kind of side to side, eversion, inversion. Good. We'll take that down. We'll take that to the other side. So be where you're stable. Point and flex through the foot. Good. Rolling that ankle in one direction and then in the other. And then think about eversion and inversion. Good. From here, I'm going to just turn sideways here so you can better get a feel for what I'm doing. My feet are parallel hip width apart, so hips, knees, and toes are going to track. And I'm just going to come high on the toes and come down. Now, this can also be done at a wall or at a steady piece of furniture. Try not to hinge forward here, trying to find that stability. So use your wall if you need to come up and come down. Another thing that will help with stability, especially in the ankle, think about pressing evenly into big toe and pinky toe mounds. And when you do that, at least over time, the bowing out, the shaking in the ankle should become less of an issue. Good. Now we're just going to kind of press through here. Think about a little bit of a running or a prancing. Good. And then from here, when we're ready, just shake out one foot, shake out the other. Grab your trusty ring. Good. We're going to go to a standing arm series here with this ring today. So again, I'm going to take my feet about hip width apart, just slightly wider. I want nice soft knees, so I don't want to lock out here. I want them to be soft. I still want to zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel. So think about engaging your abs. Could you get that deeper connection every time you press into this ring? So I'm going to take this ring right to my chest. I'm going to remember to take this ring down just a little bit here below my chin, just so that it's better for the video. The elbows are coming out here, and then we're going to press. Good. We go 8, 7, feel the core fire up. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press and hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. We'll go again. Press, hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Last time. Press, hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Roll those shoulders in their pockets and maybe the opposite direction. Good. We're going to take the ring straight out here from the chest so it looks just like this. My elbows are micro bent. And then from here, we're going to press in. So I'm just going to kind of come up a little bit here, see you through my hole. Good. And we'll press 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Good. Now we're going to press in. Hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Press, hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Last time. Press, hold. 3, 2, 1. And release. Roll that out. Good. I'm going to take my ring kind of to the meaty part of my hip. So you don't want to be up here above the hip bone, and you don't want to be down here in your joint or in your thigh. So just kind of like that little padding there. So another way to kind of find your padding, if you were to take your arm straight out here, where would you put that ring to where the meaty part of your hand and the handle of that ring would fit on the thigh and into each other? So it kind of look like that. Good. So soft knees, zipping up. Here we go. We're going to go for 8, 7, 6, 5. Now watch, my wrist is long. I'm not doing a wrap around here, okay? So protect yourself. And I think this is 3, 2, and 1. Good. Press and hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Press, hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Last one. Press, hold. 3, 2, 1. And release. We'll take that to the other side now. Good. So find the padding. Find your alignment. Remember, long wrist here. We're standing tall. We're zipping up. And here we go. We've got 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. We're going to press in and hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Press, hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Last one. Press, hold. 3, 2, 1. And release. Good. We're going to use this to stretch our arms a little bit here. 2 ways. You can take your hands side by side here and kind of press in. Some people like to crisscross and press this way. So if this is how you're doing it, don't forget to kind of take that extra step and go here. So I'm just going to go here. Good. So I've got the meaty part in. I've got still a little micro bend in the elbows here. I'm just going to press. I'm going to round. Here's a side view. Good. Feels pretty good. Good. And when you're ready, I'm going to release this ring for now. Yep, but I'm going to have it handy. And then we're going to take our roll down and come right into tabletop. So from here, from more the back of your mat, let's take a big inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, zip up from the pubic bone behind the navel. Round, 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 round. Good. And taking it down. And we'll walk that out, bringing down the knees. So we're in tabletop position. Now, I did not say this for a prop, but some people do like to bring in a cushion, a blanket, something like that to cushion knees if you need to do that. So remember, that's always okay. Take care of yourself. I'm going to spread my fingers nice and wide. This can also be done on forearms if you're feeling a little bit wristy today. Keep a micro bend in the elbow. So try not to super lock out here. Keep that softness. I'm going to start by taking my right foot back and pressing into the big toe and pinky toe mound. I'm letting that left hip drop slightly. Good. Just getting a little stretch here. My belly button is in tight towards the spine. And then from here, I'm going to come forward. I'm going to lift no higher than hip. Toes, knees, and hips still face the ground. Maybe my left arm comes forward here and I'm reaching. And then I'll take that down. We're going to take that into the other side now. So taking the left foot back, pressing evenly to big toe and pinky toe mound, dropping that left hip slightly. Forgot where I was going there. Left hip slightly. Good. Micro bend in the knees. Press back. Belly button in. I laugh at myself often when I mess up right and left because we all do that from time to time. So you might as well just embrace it. It's all okay. And then from here, I'm going to come forward. Good. Maybe lifting that leg. Maybe opposite arm reaches forward. Reach, 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 reach. And we'll take that down. Good. We're going to challenge our balance, challenge our core, and we're going to move through that side to side with that balance. So I'm going to take my right leg back, left arm forward, and bring that down. Other side. Good. Other side. Good. And here's our third set. Here's 4. Notice how your core has to fire up here as the weight shifts when you move side to side. What fires up in both front and back side of the body? Build that body awareness. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, let's press back a little bit of a child's pose. So maybe a decompression of the wrist here, cupcaking the fingertips. Breathe and expand into that rib cage. And then when you're ready, just move forward. Good. Let's just take some few basic cat-cows here. So just inhale and exhale. And inhale and exhale. Good. One more. Inhale and exhale. I'm going to cross at my ankles. This might not be the best transition for everyone. So where we're going to go here is from our seat, we're going to take a roll down onto our backs. So knees can be bent. You can hold on. You can take your legs long, arms forward, find yours. Zip up, big inhale, C curve scoop, really scoop in that belly button. Try to roll down with as much control as possible. Being mindful, if you have weaknesses in the core, inflexibilities in the spine, you're going to go down a little bit faster in those parts, which for me is right about there. Good. If it would feel good, it usually feels good to me when I come down and take my knees into the chest. Good. Okay. So from here, taking the feet back down, rolling the shoulders back. Good. Reaching long from shoulders to fingertips. Hips, knees, and toes are tracking here. I'm in my safe neutral. I'm zipped up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Good. I'm going to rock my pelvis back. I'm going to peel up one vertebra at a time. Good. Remember, your body will always let you know when you should not come up any higher. And starting from the mid-back, I'm going to lower down bone by bone. Or think about lowering down a necklace, like a strand of pearls, bead by bead, pearl by pearl. Finding a little bit more length between each bone as you come down, and then coming back safe neutral. We're going to do that again. Inhale, exhale, rocking it back, peeling it up, one vertebrae at a time. Stay with the breath. And then from here, we're going to lower that back down. Good. Now, once you get all the way down there, if you need to take your knees into your chest for a moment, do so. Otherwise, we're going to come up into another bridge, and then we're going to hold that bridge up there. So I'm going to rock it back and peeling up, bone by bone. I'm coming up into my bridge. Good. Now, I'm trying to make sure my hips are even, and I'm even in my feet. Why? Because we're going to go to marches here, and this is going to look different for different people. So if you're just starting here, maybe you just lift a heel on one side and then the other. You can also just lift the toes, okay? For some of us, that might be what you do. Others are going to pick up just a little bit, side to side, and others are going to take a big movement here. Good. So really try to engage. We're marching. Front body, back body is working. I'm staying with my breath. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, both feet are going to come down. I'm going to lift up just a little bit higher and roll down one vertebrae at a time. Good. And once you're down there, we'll take the knees into the chest. We'll rock, rock, rock side to side. We're going to come into chest lifts in hundreds from there. Here, I'm going to place my feet down. I'm going to take my arms up. My palms are facing towards my feet. I'm zipping up through my front body. Big inhale. Exhale, I'm going to nod my chin as I lift my shoulders up. I'm going to come up as high as I can come. I'm reaching long and low. My gaze is right at my thighs. Inhale, lift. Exhale, lower that back down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, see, curve it up. Reach, reach, reach. Take it long and low. Inhale, lift. Exhale, bring that down. This next time, we're going to hold it up there. Big inhale. Exhale, see, curve it up. Reach it long and low. You can stay here. You can come to tabletop legs, or you can take your legs long and low. The lower you go, the harder it is for your hundreds. Be where you're comfortable today in the low back. And we don't take the legs lower if the back arches or we have discomfort there. So from here, I know we've been here for a while, but we're going to keep moving through it. Start pumping. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale with a smile. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, lift higher. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, reach deeper. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Last one. Exhale, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale, hold. Lift higher, reach deeper if you can. Exhale, take that down. Woo, that was challenging. Take those knees from side to side. Gently take head and neck from side to side. Whew. All right. We're going to move into series of 5 from here. So this is going to be single leg stretch, straight leg stretch, double leg stretch, double straight leg stretch, and a crisscross. One of my favorite ab series. So from here, knees are going to be about parallel hip width apart. Remember, as you move through these, your hips stay grounded. So we're not rocking side to side. Use your core, build up that stability and control. So zip up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Arms up. Inhale. Exhale. I'm going to see, curve it up. I'm going to bring my right knee in. So I've got my left hand on my right knee. My right hand is by that right ankle, and I'm going to lengthen that left leg long. I'm stretching with the left. I'm pulling in with the right. And then we switch. And here's 2. And 3. And 4. Take a break or take it to 5. 6. Take a break, go 7. 8, take a break, or could you go 9? Maybe 10. Take a break, could you go 11? Could you go 12? Woo! Bring that in, take that down. Legs are going to come up towards the ceiling. Single straight leg stretch. And while you're here, I'm just going to point and flex through my feet for a moment. There's a little bit of a break. Rolling the ankles in one direction and then the other. And then from here, maybe spread the toes wide and squeeze them together a few times. So the little toe joints are actually pretty important. They help us with walking and they help us with balance. And sometimes we forget to try to keep them supple. So try to move them a little bit each day. Good. So from here, inhale, reach and lengthen. Exhale, I'm going to come back up. I'm going to start on left side this side. So you can grab the thigh, the shin, wherever you can reach. My right leg's going to come long in a hover. Good. And I'm going to pull. So I'm going to pull and switch. Hips stay even. Here's 2, 3, 4. Take a break or take it to 5, 6. Take a break or go 7, 8. Take a break or go 9, 10. Take a break or go 11. Woo. And 12. Bring that down. Whew. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Maybe take head and neck from side to side. I often forget this, but just remember, anytime we're doing a lot of things in C-curve, if you cannot keep tension out of your neck, please lower the upper body down. Please do not stay there. You don't want to work through the tension. That's not worth the discomfort and the headache later in your day. Good. From here, inhale, I'm taking my knees in. Exhale. I'm inhaling and preparing. I'm exhaling, coming up. So here we go. Watch how low you go. Watch your C-curve. Watch your neutral spine. And we're going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. Take a break or take it to 5, 6. Take a break or take it 7, 8. Take a break or take it to 9, 10. Take a break or take it 11. Or 12. Whew. Bring that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Gently take head and neck from side to side. Double straight leg stretch, taking the legs back up to the ceiling. This one can be done in different ways. So you can take your legs and feet in parallel. If you want to add a little bit more inner thigh engagement here, come to that Pilates V. So you have a fist width apart between the toes, and you're really engaging through the inner thigh and the heel here. Okay, this can be done with upper body lowered or up into a C curve. So choose your challenge. I'm going to do a lowered upper body here, but I'm going to do my legs in my Pilates V. So from here, when you're ready, rolling shoulders back, inhale, exhale, take your C curve. And when you're ready, inhale, inhale on the lower, exhale on the lift. That'll be easier. 2, 3, 4, take a break or take it to 5, 6, take a break or go 7, 8, take a break or go 9, 10, maybe break or take it to 11, and 12. Bring those knees back in. We're going to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Whew, that was challenging. Let's reach over, grab our ring. We're going to use the ring to stretch now. So actually, before we do that, just kind of take the ring to the side. Let's take the knees into tabletop position, arms to the side. Let's drop those knees over to the right. Let's find a twisty here. I think a good twisty would feel good after those hundreds and series of 5. Breathe and expand through the rib cage. Good. Now, when you're ready, you can take one leg at a time back to center or use your abs to bring everything back into center together. Wiggle, wiggle, let everything reset. Good. I'm going to take those knees over to the other side. Well, thankfully, the lid is on my water. I'm going to leave it right there. Good. Inhale. Exhale, one leg at a time, or coming back in. And wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Now we'll grab the ring. Your left foot can be on the floor with the bent knee, or you can take that leg long. It's all dependent on how you feel on your back. I'm going to take the ball of the foot into the handle of this ring. Good. And then from here, find an overhand grip or underhand grip, depending on your range of motion. And we're going to just bring that in. Good. Now, some people might have a deeper bend in the knee than others. We do want to keep it soft. And if you've got your ring here, the ball of the foot's where it needs to be, press that heel up into the ceiling, and you might find something extra special here. But be mindful, special has its limits. So we don't want any pain, numbness, tingling, or burning. Good, we'll release. Good, I'm gonna take one hand on that ring. Both hips are gonna be anchored. Both shoulders are gonna be anchored. I'm gonna take that right leg out to my right. If your left hip pops up, your leg is too far out to the right, lift it up a little higher. Breathe and expand. Good. Coming back up to center. I'm going to extend my left leg now. I'm going to switch hands onto my ring. Good. So you can do this with a long leg or a bend in the knee. It's just going to be dependent. So we're going to get to the outside here. I'm going to take my right arm out to the right, and we'll cross over. And some people might have to kind of move that leg up and down a little bit to find your sweet spot. And coming back up. Good. I'm going to release that ring. I'm going to put a little micro bend back in my left leg. I'm going to point that foot, and we're going to go into tiny leg circles here. So from here, I'm just going to go tiny leg circles. I'm nice and tight through the core. My pelvis is stable. Here's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we'll reverse. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. I'm really going to bend in that left knee now. I'm going to cross the right ankle over that knee. You can stay here. Some people will need to. This is all you need. Others will bring it in. Good. You can bring in that ring here if you want to onto that left foot. Just a nice figure 4. You can rock your figure 4. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, good. I'm going to carefully release out of there as I undo. Right knee can have a little bit of a bend in it. We're going to take the left foot into that ring now. Press the ball of the foot into the handle. Good. And we'll bring this leg into the face, maybe pressing that heel up towards the ceiling. I'm keeping that knee soft. And remember, we do not want any pain, numbness, tingling, or burning. When you're ready, we'll take that leg back up. Good. Taking that ring into the left hand, we'll take that leg out to the left. Both hips are grounded here, so find what you need. Good. And when you're ready, we'll come back up. Good. I'm going to extend this leg long. I'm switching my hands. So remember, a long leg or a bent knee. And I'm going to come over about 45 degrees. And remember, you might have to move that leg around a little bit here to find your sweet spot. And breathe and expand. Good. We'll come back up. I'm going to remove that ring now. I'm going to keep it within my reach though. A little bit of a point in that left foot. Both heels, not heels, hips. Both hip bones are going to stay grounded. I've got a micro bend in my right knee. You may not need yours though. Good, tiny circles. Here's 1, nice and tight through the abs. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and we'll reverse. 8. Hips stay grounded. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. I'm going to bring that ankle over top of my right knee now. For some of you, this might be where you stay in your figure 4. Others are going to bring it in. Others are going to bring in that ring with your figure 4. Find what you need. Good. And then whenever you feel nice or better than you did before, carefully release the ring. Take both legs long in front of you, arms long behind you. Find a full body stretch. Reach, 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 and lengthen from fingertips to toes. Point and flex to the feet. Bend and stretch through the hands, rolling wrists and ankles in one direction, and then in the other. Good. We're going to come to sideline now. I'm going to roll over onto my right side because that is the side that will put me facing you. Good. So different things you can do here. We are going to use the ring for this series, but I want to give some options. So some of you might be here. Some of you might be here. Okay. If you're there, you want to be able to lift up out of the shoulder and the rib cage. So we don't want to hang in the shoulder and we don't want to hang in the rib cage. Okay. If you can't do that, you'll follow me. You'll come all the way down. We're going to take our legs on the inside of this ring. Good. So I've got my bottom leg, so it's right up from the ankle. Good. I've got my top leg on the inside. Again, it's right up from the ankle. Good. And I'm coming here and think about maybe flexing the feet and being on the hip bone here. So we don't want to be back here in the glute. You want to be on that hip bone. Good. So I'm still zipping up here. Even though I'm grounded, I'm not losing this core connection. So from here, good, maybe flexion in the feet. We're going to get the outside of this thigh and glute, and we're going to press 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press, 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 and hold, and release. Press, hold, 3, 2, 1. Release. Last time. Press, hold, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. I'm going to take that leg now on the outside. Now we're going to get the inner thigh, making sure you're stacked in the hips, you're engaged in the abs. So here we go again. We're going to press into that ring. We're going to go 8, 7, 6, 5. Feel the core fire up. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. When you're ready, press in there. 3, 2, 1. Release. Press, hold. 3, 2, 1. Release. Last time. Press, hold. 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. So we're going to go into some hip rotation, internal, external. So we're going to use the ring as our guide. So as we bring the heel forward, good. Maybe you touch, maybe you don't. Hip, knee, and toe. Turn towards the ceiling, away from the body. That's your external. And then as you move through center, toe is going to touch to the back, maybe, or point downward. That's your internal, okay? So we'll try this for 8 times as well. So here we go. Here's 1, 2, watch your hips. You're just moving from the socket. 3, 4, 5, try not to hit your ring. 6, 7, and 8. Woo. Bend in that knee here for a moment. Maybe give it a pat, pat out. All right. We're going to go attempt a side teaser here with the ring. I recommend taking legs on the inside. It can be done with legs on the outside, but it is super, super hard. You need to be really, really strong to do that. And if you just want a side teaser, you know that exercise without the ring, feel free to do that too. But from here, good, I'm going to come up. Good, I'm going to reach, reach, reach. Inhale, exhale and lift and lengthen. And 2, woo. and 3, and 4, and 5. Whew. Bend, take that ring in, come onto the belly. Whew, that was intense. So from here, I'm just going to wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right. So from here, I'm going to take my arms long in front of me. My legs are long behind me. Drawing up from pubic bone to behind the navel. Pelvic bone is into, pubic bone rather, is into the mat. And then from here, as I lengthen through the low body, you can just lift upper, just lift the lower, or upper and lower together. Inhale, exhale, taking that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. All right, we're gonna go into Swan series here. This will end with a hip flexor stretch and rocker for those that want to do it. So maybe for some of us, baby swan, also known as a Sphinx pose, is best for us, and we don't go beyond that. So demo that real quick. So we'll lengthen, lengthen, lengthen. Elbows are under the shoulders, and then pressing into the hands and the forearms. You're going to come up, shine the heart forward, belly button is in, no crunching in the low spine. Good. So that might be you lifting and lowering through there a few times. Good. I'm going to take my hands a little forward from the shoulder and out to the side. Elbows are going to lengthen, coming up into swan. So lengthen, 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 belly button in, find your swan. Shoulders are in their pockets. I'm not hanging in my low back. This is hanging. This is support. And then I'll lower that back down. Lengthen, 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 belly button in, find the swan, and come down. Good. You can stay with those, or you can follow me to Swan Rocker. You do need to be able to do high swan in order to be able to do, or swan dive rather, excuse me, to be able to do that. So from here, when you're ready, you'll find your swan, and then you'll dive and catch yourself, and dive and catch yourself, dive and catch yourself. You can stay with those, or from your swan, now we'll go into Swan Rocker. And you're rocking. And squeezing your glutes will help you here, as well as breathing. It's hard for me to do while I'm talking, but that's the nature of teaching. Good. And then from here, when you're ready, take that down. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Let's press back into a real quick child's pose here. That feels nice after all of that extension. All right, let's come back forward. Let's get a stretch and another rock in here. So I am going to bend my left knee. I'm going to reach around. Maybe I grab it. Maybe I don't. Maybe you use that ring to help you back there. Okay. Good. And then from here, just roll that shoulder back. Make sure that knee comes in towards the midline, so we don't want it to be out here. We want it to be in here. Good. This might be enough for some people. Otherwise, those of you that are safe to move on and your back is okay, lengthen just a little bit more through the low body. Squeeze that left glute. Take that left foot straight up towards the ceiling. You'll roll that left shoulder back. And when you're ready, we'll release. Wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Taking that to the other side, bending the right knee now. Reaching back. You can use that ring to help you a little bit if you need to. Good. Grabbing a foot, ankle, or pants. Making sure that knee is closer to the midline. We'll lengthen a little bit more. Belly button in. Squeeze that right glute. Take that right foot straight up towards the ceiling. Roll that right shoulder back. And then we'll take that down and we'll wiggle, wiggle, wiggle. Good. Now, some of you might choose to go back into one of the Swan series exercises, or you can follow me through this next one. So I'm going to bend both knees. I'm going to reach back. I'm going to grab my feet, ankles, and I recommend not grabbing pants here in case you want to move. But from here, my knees are more into the midline. I'm rolling my shoulders back, and this might be enough for some people. Good. The next step, I'm going to lengthen a little bit more through that low body. My belly button is in. I'm going to squeeze the glutes. I'm going to lift those feet straight up. This might be enough for some people, and then others are going to rock. And it's a fun one. It's hard to do when you're talking again, but as you develop strength, you can use your belly to help you here. Good. And then from here, I'm going to take that down. I'm going to release with control. Good. Hands under the shoulders. Child's pose. Whenever you're ready, we're going to take sideline series to the other side. So I'm just going to turn around here. Remember, we want to have that ring nice and handy. Good. So again, this all depends on how you feel. You can be on the elbow. You can be on the forearm, making sure shoulder is supported. We're not hanging in it. And this is lazy rib cage. You want to be lifted, active rib cage. So be mindful of that. Or follow me, coming down. We're going to grab the ring. So legs will start on the inside of the ring, right up from the ankle. Good. The other leg's going to come on the inside here. Good. Zipping up from pubic bone behind the navel. Make sure your hips are nice and stacked. Good. And then from here, we're going to press this top leg into that ring. So here we go. We're going to press for 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Press, hold, 3, 2, 1. Release. Press, hold, 3, 2, 1. Release. Last one. Press, hold, 3, 2, 1, and release. Good. We're going to take that on the outside now for some inner thigh. Again, making sure you're stacked, zipping up through from pubic bone to behind the navel. And here we go. Pressing 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good. Press, hold, 3, 2, 1. Release. Press, hold, 3, 2, 1. Release. Press, hold, 3, 2, 1. Release. Good. Here's that heel toe, internal, external. So heel to the front, toe to the back. Moving only from the hip socket. So hip bones, we're not swaying side to side here, only from the socket. Good. Here's 2, 3, 4. The ring is your guide. 5, 6, 7, 8. Woo. And then from here, I'm just going to bend that in, maybe pat something out. Good. I'm just going to let that ring come to the side. We are actually all done with the ring now. So I'm just going to place it where it's not in the way. We're going to come onto our backs from here. Good. Bringing the knees into the chest. We'll rock, rock, rock side to side. Good. Now, where we're going to go from here is we're going to rock up into all fours and then downward facing dog from there. So if rocking is not good for your spine, just roll over to your side and come to all fours and wait for everyone else that is rocking. So from here, when you're ready, grabbing shins or your thighs, I'm going to come up and we're going to rock a few times here. So, and I'm exhaling. I want to not rock back on my neck. The tighter the ball, the easier it is. You cannot rock with a flat spine. You have to curve it. And then maybe we come up, crossing ankles, coming all to all fours. From all fours, we're going to come to down dog. So maybe hands come about a half hands width forward, or maybe they're okay to stay where you are, tucking the toes. I'm going to lift and shift. Good. And as I come back here, maybe just walk the dog for a moment, bending one knee, lengthening the other leg. Good. It's always a good time to get a nice little stretch in. So shoulders are in their pockets here. Good. So what we're going to do is we're going to do a cheetah flow. And from that cheetah flow, we'll find ourselves into a pigeon. So I'm going to start with my left leg lifted. And I'm going to bend that knee. Inhale, exhale, I'm going to round forward. I'm not coming past the wrist. I'm pressing that mat away. Inhale, come back. Exhale, come forward. Inhale, come back. One more. Exhale, forward. Inhale, back. Exhale, taking that knee behind the wrist. And I'm going to come back. Now, if this is not where you are today, You can come back onto your back and come back to that figure 4, just like we did earlier in practice. Same hip rotation, but less intense on the joints. So find yours. If you're coming belly down like me, remember weight is through center. Breathe and expand. Good, and then from here, I'm gonna carefully come up. I'm gonna tuck my back toe. I'm gonna lift. I'm gonna take my left foot back there. Maybe again, you wanna come and walk the dog. Taking that same series to the right side now. Right leg lifts 3-point, bending that knee. Here we go, round forward 1 time. Inhale, take it back. Here's 2 times, belly button in. Inhale, take it back. 3 times. Inhale, take it back. Good, knee's gonna come forward behind that wrist. And we'll find ourselves coming down into our pigeon stretch here. Good, so you can be up, you can be down. Maybe you need to come to figure 4. Breathe and expand through the rib cage. And then whenever you're ready, we're gonna carefully come up, tuck that back toe. Good, we're gonna lift, take that foot back, maybe walk the dog. Good. From here, make sure your feet are about hip width apart. Inhale, exhale. Let's put a bend in the knees. We're gonna walk the hands back towards the feet. Good, and maybe we just get a nice little dangle here. Okay, now we're gonna roll up to standing. So get into all 4 corners of the feet, just like we talked about at the beginning. Big toe, pinky toe mounds into the heels, little bend in the knee. Think about really rooting from hip to heel, and then starting at the tailbone. Just let your arms do what they do. You're gonna press up 1 vertebrae at a time. Pressing into that floor as you roll it up. Shoulders, chin, head wants to come up. Roll our shoulders back. Good. So we're going to end with Pilates roll downs, planks, and push-ups. So we're going to take this next roll down. We'll walk it out to a plank. We'll come back in and we're going to keep building on about 3 times. So coming to the end of your mat, I'm going to recommend feet about hip width apart here. So from here, let's inhale, take the arms up overhead. Good. I'm really pressing into my feet. I'm zipping up through that front body. Arms are going to stay by the ears as I round. Good. So it's good to bend the knees here versus hinging the hips back. Find your balance. Get into your feet. Taking it down. When you're ready, we're going to walk that out to your plank. Good. Some of you are going to be in a lifted plank. Some of you are going to be in a knee down plank. We're going to lift. Good. Knees down or lifted. Could you reach 1 leg back or lift 1 leg? And then the other, trying to keep hips even. And we'll go again. Here's 2, 3, and 4. Good. From here, bending the knees, that will be easier, or hinging from the hips, that's a little bit harder. Walk your hands back towards your feet. Try to stop the hips over the ankles. Bend the knees if you need to. Again, really root in from the tailbone, rounding up. Again, I'm going to keep my arms by my ears, coming all the way up. Let's take a little back bend here. Good. From here, we're going to roll it out to the plank. We're going to take it into push-up. So big inhale, exhale, taking it down. Bending the knees if you need to. Really get that C curve in. And then when you're ready, walk it out to your plank. Of course, if you don't like push-ups, you can hold your plank. Knees can be lifted or grounded. And then from here, you can take elbows straight back or out to the side. Try not to collapse the shoulders. We'll try for 4. So here's halfway. 1. Halfway's better on rotator cuff. 2, 3, woo, and 4. Coming up. 1 more time. Bending at the knees or hinging from the hips. Taking it back. Stop the hips over the ankles. Root and ground into the feet. Round, round, round. Coming all the way up. Reach, reach, reach. And we'll open, open, open. Good. From here, take that down, rolling the shoulders. Good. Taking our feet hip width apart. Big inhale. Exhale, bend those knees as you come down. Really root into the feet. Coming all the way up. Finding a back bend. I'm going to find my right arm forward of the left. I'm just going to give a little bit of a stretch, maybe a little bit of a bend, a little bit of a lean. And come into the other side. Good. Last time. We'll take it up. Big inhale. Exhale, take a side bend to the left. Really reach through the right. Maybe a little bit of a C curve here. A little bit of rotation. Opening up, moving through center, taking it back over to the right, pressing through the left. You can stay here, maybe just a little bit of a C curve. Coming all the way back up. Reaching, reaching, reaching. Turning palms away, grow taller from crown to tail. Rolling shoulders back. Standing tall, thinking about the ears, the shoulders, hips, and ankles. Making any adjustments for your alignment. I'm so happy that you joined me today for Pilates Matwork, and I hope to see you again soon. Bye-bye.